Hello and welcome to 1000 PS TV. I'm NoPain and I'm reporting from the area around beautiful Malaga. Here I had the chance to test 3 brand new bikes from Harley-Davidson for you. The Pan America 1250 Limited, the Road Glide Limited and the Street Glide Limited. All 3 with plenty of comfort, maximum performance and a solid portion of exclusivity. How they ride on Spanish roads and which bike really picked me up in the end. That and more right now in the following review. A warm welcome, dear 1000 PS viewers from southern Spain, where Harley-Davidson invited us to the presentation of their latest bikes from the Grand American Touring and Adventure Touring categories. And for those who don't know me yet, which is probably almost everyone, a few words about myself. My name is Martin Gangelberger, nickname NoPain, and I recently joined the 1000 PS team. At 52 years old, I'm also in the perfect cruiser age and I've already gathered some experience with Harley-Davidson. So I didn't just drift in from nowhere. However, I do have to admit that I can't offer direct comparisons to the predecessor models. The Road Glide Limited is clearly positioned as a long-distance tourer and is aimed primarily at riders who spend a lot of time on the road and also like to travel 2-up. Accordingly, comfort, smoothness and efficiency are the main focus. Less about sporty ambitions, more about everyday usability over long distances. The most striking feature is of course the shark nose fairing, which not only looks cool but also provides stability at higher speeds. New on the Limited is the Milwaukee 8V VT117 with variable valve timing. This system is now being used for the first time in the production touring models and is intended to ensure a more even torque delivery across the entire rev range. The key figures remain unchanged. The engine still delivers a maximum of 109 horsepower and 175 Newton meters. The noticeable difference is therefore less about peak performance and more about the harmonious power delivery and improved efficiency. This also includes the redesigned cylinder head cooling system for better cooling in hot weather or at low speeds. Interesting is that despite the additional weight of the top case with 68 liters of capacity and the extensive touring equipment, the standard fuel consumption remains at 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers, the same level as the models without VVT. Before we jump on and I tell you how it rides, let's do a short walk around and go through the most important details. The Road Glide Limited is a consistently comfort-oriented and long-distance focused elegant tourer. The frame-mounted shark nose fairing with the tall windscreen stands for high riding stability and good wind protection. The front was even revised in the wind tunnel to improve aerodynamics, which also shows in fuel consumption. A special highlight is the new Grand Tour Pack, essentially the luxurious top case with speakers, a passenger backrest, luggage rack, integrated 12-volt power supply and a flush-mounted LED light at the rear. It looks very stylish. In addition, there are chrome details on some bikes and the generously sized side cases. Altogether, we are talking about 144 liters of total storage volume. The seat height is 740 millimeters and offers a balanced mix of comfortable seating position and secure footing. The wheelbase is a long 1,625 millimeters, the tank holds 22.7 liters, and the ready-to-ride weight of the machine is 417 kilograms. The 2026 Road Glide Limited is powered by the Milwaukee 8V VT117 with 1,923 cubic centimeters, producing 109 horsepower at 5,020 RPM and 175 Newton meters at 3,500 RPM. Very powerful and extremely torque strong. At the front, there is a 49mm telescopic fork, and at the rear, 2 adjustable emulsion shocks provide comfort and stability. Newly designed lightweight aluminum wheels are fitted. From the side, you can see the unusual design with 10 spokes that split into 20 at the rim. It looks massive, no question about it. The bike is fitted with Dunlop Harley-Davidson series diagonal tires in 130/60 at the front and 180/55 at the rear. We'll talk about that later. Braking is handled by dual front discs with 4-piston axial-mounted calipers with 32mm pistons and a single rear disc with axial-mounted caliper. Electronics have also been upgraded. Harley-Davidson certainly didn't hold back here. At the center of the cockpit is the 312mm TFT touchscreen display with Skyline OS. It includes navigation, Apple CarPlay, and riding modes. It can be operated fairly intuitively, although I haven't yet had enough time to explore it in detail. Standard equipment also includes heated grips, full LED lighting, and a Rockford Fosgate audio system with 4 speakers, 2 at the front and 2 in the top case, delivering 200 watts. Then there are all the assist systems such as cornering ABS, traction control, electronic brake force distribution, drag torque control, hill start assist, and tire pressure monitoring. So that's the big road glide. The seat height is 740mm and the seat is clearly designed for comfort. Rider and passenger sit comfortably padded with plenty of space and support, including seat heating and heated grips. The handlebar is wide and typically touring style, quite high, so you don't get much pressure on the front wheel, but you do get a very relaxed posture. Despite the high ready-to-ride weight of 417 kilograms, you can achieve secure footing, unless you're standing in silly shoes on a slippery tile floor. Maneuvering and parking require planning and some strength, as there is no reverse gear. The seating position is clearly touring-oriented and very relaxed. Wind protection from the frame-mounted shark nose fairing is excellent, especially at higher speeds. The handlebar feels comfortable in the hands. The huge TFT display with infotainment is positioned relatively far forward, so you have to reach quite a bit to operate it. The cockpit overall feels spacious and well organized. The controls are high quality, logically arranged and intuitive. Highway pegs and heel shifter are standard. The Road Glide Limited rides stable, composed and predictable on dry asphalt. Unfortunately, it rained heavily today and the Dunlop tire reached its limits quite often in wet conditions. Either the tire is not compatible with Spain or you simply need to be cautious in the wet. Handling is not sporty, but surprisingly neutral for a fully equipped touring bike. Compared directly to the Street Glide, it feels slightly less direct but calmer. The floorboards provide good grip and sufficient space. The relaxed knee angle and the heated components ensure high, long-distance comfort, even in low temperatures and wet conditions. The Milwaukee 8 VVT 117 presents itself as refined yet powerful, delivering strong pull from low RPM with very clean throttle response. The Showa suspension is clearly tuned for comfort and stability, absorbing bumps confidently. It's not a bike for extreme lean angles, but with a maximum lean angle of 31 degrees and excellent tuning, it corners better than you might expect. The sound is contemporary. At idle, the engine runs restrained and unobtrusive, but while riding it develops that pleasant deep V-twin sound, always present without being annoying. It fits the touring character while retaining typical Harley character. Electronics work unobtrusively in the background. Riding modes, road, sport and rain do what they are supposed to do. The TFT display is easy to read. The infotainment system with 200 watts and 4 speakers should provide good sound even at higher speeds. I didn't test it thoroughly, but given the dimensions, it should be fine. It now even features voice control. The menu navigation is extensive, so I didn't have enough time to dive into all details. My overall impression of the Road Glide: calm, stable, and confidence-inspiring in dry conditions. The brakes are strong and easy to modulate. The cases and top case do not negatively affect riding dynamics. In the end, it delivers a very composed and comfortable riding experience that shines on long distances, less through sportiness, more through stability and serenity. The only real criticism for me was the somewhat slippery tires in wet conditions. That's something to look into. If you ride often in cold or wet conditions, there are also sportier touring tires from Pirelli available in the correct dimensions for Harley. Just a small tip. The Road Glide Limited is available in 7 different colors with silver or black engine finish. In Germany, it starts at 35,600 euros, in Austria at 42,900 euros, and in Switzerland at 33,900 Swiss francs. A quick word about cameras. Quite some time ago, we at 1000 PS switched to Insta360 cameras. Most of my colleagues use the Ace Pro 2 for their onboard shots, a classic action cam. Personally, I prefer a 360-degree camera, either the current flagship X5 or, like today, the new lighter and more affordable X4 Air. Strangely enough, 360-degree cameras are often criticized by viewers. Many don't realize that you can also use them without a selfie stick and even without the 360-degree mode. I do it like this. Either I mount the camera somewhere on the bike for detail shots and use just one of the 2 lenses like a Steadicam, or I attach it to the helmet, the handlebar, or a chest mount and film in 360 degrees, but quite linear without disturbing distortion. The big advantage, I don't have to align it perfectly because I can choose the ideal framing after the ride. And often I don't even have to do that myself because the Insta360 smartphone app reframes and exports the footage lightning fast with its AI algorithms. But see for yourself how the X4 Air performs in 360-degree mode. What's your opinion on 360-degree cameras? Post your thoughts in the comments below and also check the video description for links to our Insta360 tutorial and attractive offers. Now to the Street Glide Limited. It remains true to the classic touring concept and is also aimed at riders who want to cover long distances comfortably and relaxed. The main difference to the Road Glide is the fork-mounted batwing fairing and the lower, sportier handlebar. Let's do a short walk around. The Street Glide Limited also presents itself as an elegant Grand American tourer, clearly designed for comfort and long distances. The fork-mounted batwing fairing with large LED headlights, integrated fog lights and tall windscreen, combined with the sportier handlebar, is meant to offer greater agility. You can clearly see the difference in handlebar height compared to the Road Glide. The Grand Tour Pack is also included here with speakers, passenger backrest, luggage rack and LED light. Total storage volume is again 144 liters. Seat height is 740 millimeters. Geometry is identical to the Road Glide Limited. However, it weighs 12 kilograms less at 405 kilograms, mainly due to the different fairing. It is powered by the same Milwaukee 8V VT117 with 1,923 cubic centimeters, 109 horsepower and 175 Newton meters. Don't be fooled by the golden Öhlins fork and radial Brembo brakes on this bike. Those were retrofitted and are not standard. Chassis, brakes, wheels, tires and electronics are otherwise identical to the Road Glide Limited. The seating position is also touring-oriented and relaxed. Wind protection from the batwing fairing is efficient and the display sits slightly closer to the rider than on the Road Glide. Riding characteristics are basically identical, but due to the fairing and lower weight, the bike feels more agile and playful. Handling feels more direct, especially at low speeds and in quick direction changes. There is a preload adjustment that allows carrying an additional 45 kilograms of luggage or a passenger without tools and without removing the side cases. The Street Glide Limited is available in 7 colors with silver or black engine finish. Prices start at 35,600 euros in Germany, 42,900 euros in Austria, and 33,900 Swiss francs in Switzerland. My conclusion from our test day in Malaga: it was fantastic. The weather could have been better, but riding all three bikes was great fun. Even the two baggers handle curvy roads so well that I would definitely not limit them to straight highways, as often shown in marketing. In the end, I clearly favored the Street Glide. It feels a bit more classic and at the same time slightly more agile. For me, it's simply better for carving corners. The Road Glide feels a touch more sovereign at higher speeds and in long sweeping curves, but the Street Glide Limited would be my best compromise between touring, power, and handling. Looking back, this was certainly not my last contact with Harley-Davidson, even though a limited model is currently outside my budget. But the Street Glide Limited will be around for a while, and maybe in a few years I'll find a good used 1-on-1000 PS marketplace. And that's it again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please leave a thumbs up or a comment for the algorithm. And if you have any questions, whether about the featured bikes or about my impressions, feel free to use the comment section. I check in regularly and I'm happy to answer your questions.